Good day. This is the part 2 of the report of Group 1, Individual Differences. Individuals follow different paths as they progress toward expert understanding because they learn differently based on their gender, ethnicity, learning styles, previous knowledge and experience with content, strategies, and technology. Individual differences refer to enduring characteristics that distinguish one organism from another and that are stable over time and across situations. No two individuals can be exactly alike. We even differ in our fingerprint that can be distinguished from one to another. This means that every individual is unique. Even twins, they may be really look alike but still there are differences between them. Physically, maybe the other one has a bigger eye and the other has a smaller eye, or they may differ in their characteristics. We also differ in our way of learning things because we differ in our life experiences. Many of learners' personal characteristics can affect how he or she learns. Individual differences are often explanations for differences in learning and performance among learners. Differences among people as a result of their behaviors, attitudes, traits, and personality characteristics and circumstances. Learning is most effective when differences in learners' language, cultural, and social behaviors are taken into account. As I have said earlier, every individual is a unique being. Our differences also affects our process of learning. Some may develop and learn faster than the others. And as an educator, teaching our students can be more effective if we consider their differences too. Factors influencing differences: hereditary, environment, sex, culture, race, socioeconomic differences, and geographical location. Hereditary. This is represented by the genes transmitted from parents at the moment of conception. The presence or absence of certain chemicals in the genes influences the development of the brain, glands, and other organs, which provide minimum physical prerequisites for intelligent behavior. We inherit from our parents things we need for growth and development, physical as well as our mental ability, that makes people differ in intellectual abilities. Some learners may able to comprehend the lesson faster and the other is slower. We may also inherit physical defects. It has been observed that people that are born healthier or naturally normal can develop faster and able to attain higher status than people with physical defects. Environment. This is represented by all stimuli that the individual is exposed to from conception to death. It includes such variables as food, air, attitude on one's associate, and social climate of the school and at home. People or children coming from different communities differs in their values and manners. How we are raised and being educated by our parents is another determinant. Like begets like. It means what a child observed in his environment or in his own home, he may be able to apply those things to her or his own and will eventually affect the learning process. Sex. Sex on the psychological functions may be either direct or indirect. The direct relation is illustrated in relation to male sex hormones to aggressive behavior. The indirect relation is illustrated in the educational and social effects of the developmental accelerating of girls. Men tend to excel in speed and coordination of gross bodily movements, spatial orientation, mechanical comprehension, and arithmetic reasoning, while women tend to excel in manual dexterity, perceptual speed and accuracy, memory, numerical computation, verbal fluency, and other tasks involving mechanics of the language. According to the study of psychology professors Daniel and Susan Voyer at the University of New Brunswick, the Voyers based their results on a meta-analysis of 369 studies involving the academic grades of over a million boys and girls from 30 different nations. The findings are girls earned higher grades in every subject, including the science related fields, where boys are tough to surpass. Culture. It encompasses the social behavior and norms found in human societies, as well as knowledge, beliefs, arts, laws, customs, capabilities, and habits of the individuals in these groups. Humans inquire culture through the learning process of enculturation and socialization, which is shown by the diversity of cultures across society. Cultural influences and intelligence is illustrated in variations in sex rules found in different societies. In some cultural beliefs, women are molded or trained to be housekeeper, to serve her family. And because of that, they have no access to study in a formal way in schools. Women are being treated as less important as men. Different cultures have different beliefs and customs. It is a big challenge for a teacher to deal with it. For example, if we observe that what they practice was not right, but that's what they believe the right thing to do, how do a teacher apprehend and correct a wrong practice in a way not to indignitize their beliefs? Race. Race is a group of people sharing similar physical features. It is used to define types of persons according to perceived traits. Race and culture have always exerted an important influence both at the workplace as well as in the society. The common mistakes such as attributing behavior and stereotyping according to individuals' race and culture basically influences the individual's behavior. Socioeconomic differences. Individuals of low socioeconomic status are more likely to suffer from disease, to experience loss of functioning, to be cognitively and physically impaired, and to experience higher mortality. If a family has a low socioeconomic status, it affects to their capacity in providing the basic needs of the family, like foods, shelters, and clothing that can affect their health status as well as the learning capabilities. For example, a student came to school with an empty stomach because at home they have nothing to eat. He will not be able to understand properly the discussion, or worse, he may faint because he is very hungry. Geographical location. Slight differences are noted in the level of intelligence in various sectors of the country, although urban children have slight superiority over rural ones. Maybe we can say that that the access to the educational institution is a big concern. Some students may have to take a long walk before reaching their schools, and it is very time consuming, and they have lesser time to study. Some may drop their studies because of the location, unlike in urban areas that schools are very much accessible. As a whole, the teachers have to be aware of these crucial differences and to ensure that these children do not label themselves as a weak or poor students. An encouraging environment and a little focused help can go a long way in helping disadvantaged students to catch up, and this needs to be handled with empathy and sensitivity. It makes sense to create teachers resources that cater the different levels of, and also to have assessment.